It's day one of the swimming competition of the Chengdu2021 FISU World University Games as we welcome you to the Dong'an Lake Sports Park Aquatic Center for the medals session. We begin with the men's 400-meter freestyle final. So how they line up: Kamlong, Gemov, Imoto, Oliveira, Lamberti, Marcello, Hoagland and Chen. But you don't want to swim the first portion of the race too fast. You don't want to swim too slowly either. It's all about pacing. We are underway in the swimming competition of Chengdu 2021. It's the men's 400-meter freestyle final. Quickest reaction time from Gemov going in lane 2. Also a really fast start from Imoto Iki, but the underwater very wisely being used by Jack Hoagland of the United States. And he comes out in front as he leads through the 25-meter mark and leads up towards the wall at the first 50. This race, so much about not expending yourself in the morning to be able to push yourself in the final. Through the first 50 meters, though, it's Chen in lane 8 who finds himself touching third. Gemov and Kamlong are going very nicely as well in this race. 27 odd through the first few 50 meters for these athletes as they come back now through coming up towards the 100-meter mark. The American Hoagland is looking very comfortable, the 23-year-old going in lane 7, so too going in lane 2. Gemov, 55.32 at the wall for the Czech swimmer, ahead of the two Italians, Lamberti and Marcello, who've paced themselves nicely, it seems, and they've found their rhythm. A reminder that Oliveira really pulled away from everyone in the third heat in the morning. He knows how to swim this. He pushed himself. He went 1:55.42 over the first 200, then came home with the faster splits. He split 1:55.41 on the back 200. At the 150, it is Lamberti who touches ahead of Gemov. Imoto now is coming into his race. So important as well to watch the legs for the swimmers. They will increase the beat rate, some of these swimmers, over the course of this race. Some will be looking at 2 beats, some will be looking at 4 beats, some will be even looking at 6 beats in the earlier stages of the race, but arguably all will be looking at 6 beats as they come up towards the 200-meter mark, and in the finishing stages they will look for that. It's Lamberti in lane 5, who is pulled half a body length clear of Oliveira alongside him in 4. Gemov is still very much in this race. Imoto has dropped back ever so slightly. Well, Matteo Lamberti is looking solid, leading at the 150 and leading at the 200. There's a little bit of a push now from Gemov to get himself back into contention, just breathing to his right. Every second stroke is Gemov, so he won't be able to see what is happening going the way that he's just been going in the pool. Lamberti, Oliveira and Imoto as Gemov drops back a little, the Charles University in Prague swimmer. It's Lamberti who continues to lead. He is a 3:46 swimmer at his best. He is the fastest in the field. He knows what he needs to do in the pool. He is the son of the great Giorgio Lamberti, the first Italian world champion, a former world record holder in freestyle events. But he is going to be challenged undoubtedly by Oliveira, who's very good at the turns. And turns can separate the very best swimmers. Oliveira now within 0.2 effectively of the second of Lamberti, who is leading and looking to push the pace now. While Lamberti touched at the wall, it is neck and neck between Oliveira and Lamberti. Lamberti will have his plan. The plan will be exposed over the last 100 meters. Coming up towards the 350-meter mark, though, Lamberti and Oliveira alongside one another. They turn almost identically, 0.06 of a second separating the two. Brazil and Italy. Who's it going to be? Imoto is still in this race, but he's effectively down by a second. It's lanes 5 and 4 coming back. Lamberti potentially has the greatest speed in the water, but Oliveira seems buoyed by his early morning success. It looks to be Lamberti, though, with 25 meters to go, who is leading this race. Italy have great representation in this race with Marcello and Lamberti. It's going to be Lamberti for Italy who will get the wall first. Oliveira finds himself finishing second with Imoto third. And we have our first gold medal in the pool at Chengdu 2021. Lamberti of Italy with the gold. The man from the University of Brescia. What a quality race. He was pushed by Oliveira alongside him. And a great touch from Oliveira to go sub 350 as he went 349 for a new personal best. But Matteo Lamberti, 346 at his best, not quite his best, but he paced his race well. Great reaction time off the blocks from Gemov and Imoto of Japan going in lane 3. But Lamberti hit the front at the 150-meter mark and really did not look back. While he was challenged at the 350 mark by Eduardo Oliveira of Brazil, it was Lamberti who was able to glide to the wall. Such was the extent of his advantage in the pool. Caught slightly between strokes, took the risk, and out-touched Oliveira of Brazil. It's Lamberti over Oliveira over Imoto. Gemov just outside the medals, and Davide Marchello with a very good 5th. To the women's 400-meter individual medley final we go. Chu, Frisia, Knopp, Kajimoto, Makichan, Van Berkom, Pirovano and Lee. The start list for the women's 400-meter individual medley. Getting underway in the women's 400-meter individual medley final, the second final to be contested on day 1 of the swimming competition, and it is Knopp of Poland with the best reaction time from the start. A strong fly swimmer as well. She'll be looking to get herself into an advantage, but she's not making it count in the water at the moment. Going alongside her in lane 4, Kajimoto taking it up to the wall with a really good pace. So to Pirovano going in lane 7. Pirovano looking strong, and going in lane 6, Van Berkom of the United States will come up towards the wall now. It is Van Berkom who touches ahead of Pirovano, with Kajimoto currently 0.22 of a second off the pace in 4th. Now, this is a 400-meter individual medley, so the race starts with 100 meters of butterfly, then into 100 meters of backstroke, then into 100 meters of breaststroke before the final freestyle leg. 2 lengths of the pool to be swum in the front crawl, or the freestyle leg. At the moment, it is Van Berkom of the United States who's looking strong. Makichan is struggling to keep pace, but Kajimoto is looking good in lane 4 as well. As she comes up towards the 100-meter mark, and at the turn, looking to break into the backstroke. Breaking water very early was Van Berkom. Didn't have much of an underwater. Kajimoto with a far stronger underwater on this occasion. Makichan now will be looking to make up a little bit of ground. Going well in lane 3 as well is Knopp, who comes into the backstroke. She'll prefer the backstroke to the butterfly and will hope to make up a little bit of ground. It's really the breaststroke, though, leg of this race that seems to separate the swimmers. But it is possibly the toughest race, a genuine test of swimmers' strength spanning all 4 strokes. It's Kajimoto at the wall at the 150 mark, ahead of Knopp, with Van Berkom of the United States within half a second at the moment. Pacing is so important as well. It's about edging up to sprinting levels of racing across all 4 strokes, 2 lengths of the pool in each of the 4 strokes. Going nicely in lane 4 is Kajimoto. She went out in 2:16.13 in the morning preliminaries. It looks like she's going to go out slightly quicker, or around about that time, as she finds herself coming up to the wall at the 200-meter mark. So just under the 2:16 she posted this morning at 2:15.67. Kajimoto ahead of Knopp, with Van Berkom of the United States currently in 3rd. Into the breaststroke leg we go. And this is where the swimmers are really tested. Breaststroke is so incredibly important for the swimmers. You need to have an all-round technique and ability. You need to make sure your hands are well positioned. You need to engage your lats during the swim as well. And the leg kick is absolutely vital. This is where Van Berkom could come into her own in this race. Kajimoto finds herself ahead of Van Berkom at the moment, but it is not by a significant margin. The Japanese swimmer controlling the race, coming up to the 250-meter mark, and she will touch at the wall now in 2:56.84 ahead of Van Berkom. It looks like Knopp, Francesca Frisia is up and ahead of Knopp at the moment, and looking to challenge for that 3rd spot in this final. Gold, silver and bronze medals on offer. At the end of this leg, there is only 100 meters to go in the race, and it comes down to the front crawl, the freestyle leg of the 400-meter individual medley. This sapping race, this endurance race that tests the swimmers across their strokes. Van Berkom in the breaststroke, as we expected. coming up towards the wall, and she's made up pace on Kajimoto in lane 4. It is Van Berkom who touches ahead of Kajimoto by 200ths of a second. Frisia with a very fine breaststroke lead. She's within 1.5 seconds, but the gold medal battle is on. The stronger of the swimmers in the freestyle is Kajimoto on paper, but Van Berkom seems inspired. The University of Minnesota swimmer is going very nicely, but Kajimoto is just edging in front. She leads by half a body length at the moment through the last 15 meters of the penultimate leg of this race. The women's 400-meter individual medley final here at the Dong'an Lake Sports Park Aquatic Center is heating up. Van Berkom a little off the pace now, nearly a second down, but Makichin is coming to her own with a very fine freestyle. She's overtaken Frisia, the Italian, and USA are looking to place 1-2 here. Kajimoto is not going to be caught, it seems. She's looking to sprint her way to the wall, the 19-year-old out of Kyoto from Doshoshi University, the private university in Kyoto. She's building up pace. She paced her race brilliantly, and she's going to come home in a very fine time. Kajimoto touches in 4:41.65. It's not quite on FISU record pace, but it is around about the time she constantly posts. USA 2 and 3, Van Berkom and Makichin coming in collectively behind the Japanese swimmer. That was a superb freestyle leg from Paige Makichin, and Megan Van Berkom, an absolutely brilliant breaststroke leg in this race. But the swimmer, who paced herself perfectly, knew her strengths, knew her weaknesses, knew what she needed to do in the pool. Kajimoto Ichika led effectively from start to finish. Alexandra Knopp, the Polish swimmer, outside of the medals. So too the Italians, Pirovano and Frisia. Kajimoto, the second champion in the pool at Chengdu 2021 in the women's 400-meter individual medley. She wins in a time of 4:41.65. USA claims silver and bronze through Van Berkom and Makichin. The penultimate event on the program for day 1 of competition is the women's 4x100-meter freestyle relay. So Poland, South Africa, Japan, Italy, People's Republic of China, United States of America, Brazil, and Republic of Korea. Getting off quickly. Republic of Korea going in lane 8, People's Republic of China going in 5 as well. Got off to a really good start. Lead-off leg being swum by Lee Bing-je, who's going very nicely in lane 5. South Africa are looking quick going in lane 2 as well. They went 3:44.16 in the morning session. They'll be hoping to go quicker in the final challenge for medals. Erin Gallagher in the pool, the 25-year-old out of the University of Pretoria. It's China who's going to be leading ahead of South Africa, with Italy third at the moment from lane 4. So South Africa holding on to second spot and challenging China and Italy in the early stages. Bear in mind, lanes 4 and 5, that's where you want to be in the pool. You have less of the bow waves that come off, although the lane ropes help in modern swimming. Control the waves that are coming off the swimmer on the inside lane or the quicker lanes. It is China who lead, coming up to the first handover, the first changeover. This is where swimming becomes a team sport. China touch ahead of South Africa. Italy currently in third, 0.7 off the pace. So into the water now. It's Fitkiewicz for Poland. It's Kutsia for South Africa. It's Yamamoto for Japan. Scotto Di Carlo for Italy. Liu Yashin for China. It's Sabrina Johnson for USA. Nunes for Brazil and Hong for Korea, all in the pool. The focus has got to be on the 2 center lanes in South Africa going in 2. China and Italy alongside one another. South Africa still holding on in lane 2, but falling a little further back is Dunay Kutsia, one of the younger members of the South African squad. She and Georgia Nell still only 21 years old, but still holding on for third are South Africa. China are just edging ahead, courtesy of Liu Yashin, back in the pool for the second time this evening, but swimming nicely in this final. Bear in mind, it is a final 4x100-meter freestyle relay. At the halfway mark, it is China who lead from Italy, ahead of South Africa, now nearly 2 seconds back. Italy, 0.84 of a second off. In the pool now for Poland, Standera. It's Weidemann in the pool for South Africa, Kubota for Japan, Biaggiolo for Italy. It's Luo Yuyang for China, Hodges for United United States, Mangabeira for Brazil, and Kim for Korea going in lane 8 as they are starting to fade badly. China are still pushing the pace in lane 5. Italy are holding on, just 0.6 of a second off, and South Africa are holding steady in third at the moment, courtesy of Inga Weideman, the 23-year-old out of the University of Pretoria. Going really strong, though, in lane 5 is People's Republic of China, with only Chang Yufei to come, the fly specialist, but very fast over 100 meters in the freestyle as well. China virtually got this gold medal wrapped up, but they are being challenged at the moment alongside them from Italy in lane 4. It's neck and neck, China and Italy. 0.3 of a second separate them. Weideman faded a little in the closing stages, but still South Africa are in third position and hoping they can hold on for a medal at these games. It's Georgia Nell in the pool for South Africa now. It's an opportunity for Giulia Innocenzo of Italy to swim the kind of leg she swam in the morning, see if she can keep pace with Chang Yufei, but it is Chang Yufei leading for People's Republic of China. She's extended the advantage now, 1.22 seconds. It's Japan who find themselves in third and up into the medals as they've gone beyond South Africa with 50 meters to go in the pool. Nell is fading, Japan up courtesy of Matsumoto Shiho, but out in front it's the People's Republic of China, courtesy of Chang Yufei. The 25-year-old is going to bring China home very comfortably here, and perhaps in FISU record time as well, ahead of Italy. It's China who claim gold ahead of Italy. Japan will claim the bronze medal, swimming in lane 3. South Africa outside of the medals after their very promising start. But a new FISU record, 3:37.51 for China. The face of a champion, Chang Yufei. She knows what it takes to win Olympic gold. She's won FISU Games gold now as well. Italy with a very fine silver medal, and Japan on the podium for the third successive event as they claim the bronze medal. People's Republic of China, the champions, in FISU record time, 3:37.51. How about that? Well, they swam the race very cleverly. Li Bingzhe leading out, Liu Yaxin, Luo Yueyang, and then Chang Yufei bringing it home for China. They are champions. South Africa in third for much of the race, faded in the closing leg, finished fourth. Japan claimed bronze, silver to Italy, and People's Republic of China in FISU record time are champions. To the final of the men's 4x100 meter freestyle relay now. Republic of Korea, People's Republic of China, USA, Brazil, Italy, Japan, Poland, and Sweden in this final. The men's 4x100 meter freestyle relay. Holmqvist will lead off for Sweden, going in 8. Korea will go in lane 1. Host nation China go in 2. Italy will go in 5, and alongside them, perhaps the favourites for gold are Brazil, who go in 4. Poland will go in 7. Italy, Brazil, United States, Japan, all up there challenging for medals. Korea, China, America, Brazil, Italy, Japan, Poland, Sweden. The men's 4x100 meter freestyle relay is underway, and it's a really good start in lane 5 for Italy. Paolo Contebonin, the 21-year-old, getting off to a glorious start for Italy and looking to lead off. Going in lane 4 alongside him is Pedro Enrique Silva Spagliari. He's quick over this distance. He can go sub 49. Interesting to note that in lane 7, that the Polish team are going really well, and touch, in fact, in front at the wall. Poland ahead of Italy, ahead of Brazil. That's a brilliant lead-out leg by Kamil Aleksander Siracki, 21-year-old from Poland, going in lane 7. All 4 of the US swimmers, though, went sub 49 seconds in the heats. They go in lane 3, and they are still not out of it. In fact, they look to be coming up to second at the moment over the back 100. The first changeover, though, it is Poland ahead of USA, with Brazil in 3rd. Italy have faded to 4th at the first changeover. That's through 100 meters, 48.75 to sub 49 as we expected. And I expect the champions to go sub-49 throughout. Poland are absolutely caning it in the water at the moment. Dominik Dudis is really pushing in the water, going in lane 7. He's taken Poland out into a lead of 0.29 over Italy. Brazil currently tucked into third, 0.87. USA outside the medals for the time being. This race, though, is not going to be decided right here, right now. They're coming up towards the 200-meter mark. This race over 400 meters effectively. Still 2 swimmers to go in the pool. But it's Chen for China who's looking to catch up. Duncan in the pool for USA. Martins Costa Peixoto for Brazil, hands over now into the water for Brazil, Breno Martins, but it is Poland who are leading. Chowaniec goes third leg, the youngest of the Polish quartet, goes third. Now this is going to be a bit of a challenge because Nicolo Franceschi is quick and he goes third, and then Giovanni Izzo will go as well. He went 48.56 in the second leg in the morning, sub 49 this morning from Franceschi as well. So Italy are looking to make up ground, and they have done on Poland. Brazil currently still in the medals, 0.30. United States not out of it either. This is turning out to be a bit of a classic here. The men's 4x100 meter freestyle relay. Jackson Jones is doing his best to bring USA back into contention here, but it's a battle between Martins. It's a battle between Chowaniec of Poland and Franceschi. Izzo is in the water for Italy now as they touch third. Brazil is second and Poland still lead at the moment. Izzo in the water for Italy. Poland through Jakub Kraska, the 23-year-old, and it's Vinicius Tavares Assunção who's in the pool for Brazil. United States looking to challenge for a medal, still in contention for the bronze. It's Poland ahead of Brazil, ahead of Italy. USA are in fourth and not out of this race. What a great turn, though, going in lane 5, Italy, and suddenly Italy look to be in contention. Poland are still leading the way, though. Jakub Kraska is pushing in lane 7. Don't look at the time in terms of world or FISU record, just look at what's happening in the pool. Kraska is holding on. The battle in lane 4 and 5 is heating up. It looks like Italy are going to be pipped by Brazil. Poland claim it, Brazil second, third to Italy. USA outside the medals. What a swim from Poland, going in lane 7. What a team. Siracki, Dudic, Chowaniec and Kraska putting together an exceptional swim together. The quartet swim 3:14.6 to claim the gold. Brazil second, 3:15.30, and Italy third, 3:15.62. Poland absolutely flying in the first leg. It was a fantastic swim from Siracki, then Dudic, then Chowaniec, and Kraska just held on spectacularly. Poland, the champions, ahead of Brazil, ahead of Italy. China just missed out on a medal.